Hey everybody, so if you saw my last video, my Stranger Things Season 1 review, you would know that I'm doing the review series for every season of Stranger Things leading up to the finale of Season 4, Volume 2. And this video is the review of Stranger Things Season 2, what used to be my favorite season, but I'll get into that later. So let's get started talking about a great season of television. Today, again, like I said, we're going to be reviewing Stranger Things Season 2. Now, this one is a peculiar season because I know a lot of people say that is the worst season. And for a couple of reasons, I kind of understand why. But I think it is an underrated gem. It has some really great things about it, but it also has some pretty negative things about it. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But, you know, I used to actually really love this season. I thought that this was the best season, and it's really what got me into Stranger Things. Because if you remember last season review, I was talking about how season 1 I used to be absolutely scared of it, and this season got me back into the show because I had seen season 1 before, and season 2 I just followed along because I heard it was great. And yeah, I thought it was awesome, and so that's what really got me on board on the show. So let's get started with my personal background, which we already kind of covered. Yeah, this is the season that really got me into Stranger Things. So yeah, love the characters, you know, like Dustin and Steve. That subplot of the show was probably my favorite subplot of the entire show. This season, their subplot, love it. Same thing with Season 3, which we'll talk about sometime soon. Absolutely love them as a duo. They are awesome. So, work really well. The characters in general are really improved. Like Steve, for example, he used to be an absolute jerk in Season 1. He was a terrible boyfriend to Nancy, you know, really was just not nice to Jonathan at all, even though Jonathan's not the best character, you know, after season 1, he's not a great character, but I still kind of rooted for Jonathan in season 1, you know, so he's definitely a big jerk in season 1, and then he kind of redeems himself in the finale, and then really redeems himself this season, you know, so this is going to be filled with spoilers just like my first season review. So basically, Nancy dumps Steve, and then Steve kind of just moves on and becomes friends with Dustin, you know, and that's really where this season stands really well, because it's got Steve and Dustin working together, you know, they're great. And the other characters, you know, Mike, he's okay in this season, I guess, but I think he's really the only character that's not really improved, you know. 11, she's living with Hopper now because she supposedly died in season 1, at the end of season 1, but then, no, turns out she didn't. At the end of episode 1 of this season, we figure out that she is alive. She's living with Hopper in a cabin out in the woods, and, you know, I thought that was really great. Their relationship, Hopper and 11, are great together, and yeah, I really like that part of the show as well. I think maybe the 11 plotline starts to get weak a little bit later in the show, which is episode 7, you know. We'll get into that in just a little bit, but I think some of the new characters also are really great. Okay, so Max and Billy, they're awesome. You know, Max, if you've seen season 4, you would know she becomes an awesome character. You know, has one of the best sequences of the entire show. That's what I was thinking of, sequences. Running out of the Upside Down, I'll get to that in my season 4 review. Definitely an awesome season so far. But we're talking about season 2 right now, and season 2 Max is really great. great introduction to the character that'll become really great later on. And she was really good in season 2. I'll get into her in season 3 review, I'll talk about her. But in season 2, I thought she was really great. And Billy, set up as this bully that's really an awful person. He turns out to be a really great character. He starts to get fleshed out in season 3, which makes me like season 2 even more. And I think he's just really fleshed out well by this season in season 3. And then I think the visuals in this season are really great as well. There's a lot of upside down visuals, not as much as maybe season 1 or season 4. This season though has Will comes. He's out of the upside down now, and he's alive from season 1. And he has these visions of the Mind Flayer, or the Shadow Monster, whatever you want to call it. Mind Flayer is just kind of the term that they come up with from a character, or not a character, a monster from Dungeons and Dragons, like the kids play, And the Mind Flayer, he starts seeing visions of the Mind Flayer, and eventually he gets possessed by the Mind Flayer, and it kind of turns into like this exorcist thing. And it's really psychological, and the whole season is just really psychological as well. But the visuals are what's really kind of disturbing, like the Mind Flayer, like literally going inside of Will. Creepy visual, just not a great visual to just look at, like stills of it. It's kind of creepy, but yeah, weird stuff for the visuals, but it's really great. I would say that season 1 and 2 are pretty on par for the effects and visuals, and then it kind of gets improved upon, and season 4, I'll get into that. The visuals look amazing in that though. So the finale, again, it's literally perfect, it's the first episode of the entire show that runs over an hour as well. Like, I think it's an hour and 50 seconds or something like that, It's over an hour, it doesn't really matter. It's a couple seconds off from an hour, but it's over an hour. And it really does a great job of finishing arcs of the entire show. You know what I'm saying, right? It finishes the arcs of the show, and then the final scene at the dance, really heartwarming. I don't really want to get into the complete details, but yeah, it's this great ending scene. I think it's time to get into the not so good stuff about the season. And we already know what I'm going to talk about. It's episode 7. Episode 7 is awful. It is like the Suicide Squad meets Stranger Things, and it's not good. It's not the Suicide Squad quality. Not from last year, not the Suicide Squad. It's Suicide Squad 2016, David Ayer. It's not good. It's really not good. I don't know why it's not good, because I feel like what they set up in the first episode at the very beginning was really interesting, and if you're gonna have a full episode of it, it could be cool. But they did not do very well. I think of all episodes that needed to just be a little subplot in maybe an episode or two, was this episode, because this episode is just the entire that storyline. It's 50 something minutes of 11 meeting a gang in Chicago, or I think Chicago. So actually, this is also the first time in the entire show that takes place outside of Hawkins. There's something that takes place out of Hawkins, which is actually kind of cool. Going back to the positives, it's cool that you're going outside of the home state, home county, or whatever, home city. it's cool to go outside, but how they utilized it in this season was not great, except for the Murray stuff. I love the Murray stuff. I love Murray. Murray is an awesome character, but the episode 7 stuff is not good. I don't really remember. I think it was like Pittsburgh or Chicago. I don't remember. It's like Pittsburgh or Chicago, something like that. But the setting is like not great. It's not well lit or anything. And the character of 8 is really annoying, and the other characters in the gang are also really annoying, so I can't really root for anyone in this, you know, like, the new characters, they're not good. They weren't fleshed out like I thought they could have been in episode 1, but it didn't happen. So, yeah, that kind of stinks, but I can get over it, you know, like, episode 7 is, like, the one bad episode of the entire show, but good thing is, the rest of the season is awesome, you know, it doesn't have really any problems. Yeah, that's really it. That's really all I have to say about Stranger Things Season 2. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and hit the like button as well, that would be awesome. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Season 3 review will come out sometime later this month, and Season 4 review come out in July once I finish watching that. I don't think that it's gonna take me like a week to put that out, but I'm hoping it doesn't, because I mean, I want to get that out as soon as possible, because that seems to be the best way to get views on the channel. I mean, I don't want to be in it all for views, but I don't know, it's cool to have like a ton of views sometimes, you know, like, you know what I mean, right? I mean, it's nice to have views on YouTube, because that's how you get subscribers and traction. And that's all I have to say. So yeah, thank you guys for watching again, and stay tuned for the next video. I'm hoping to have a Blu-ray haul out sometime the next week, probably before my Season 3 review. And yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. So thank you guys for watching again, and stay tuned for more.